Really, the goal is just to use our stories to bring veterinary medicine to life for the pet caretakers of the world. And we're doing it because we believe that educating these caretakers is the most powerful thing that we can do to improve the life quality of all of the pets that we love. Hello, it's Vet Tales.
Hello.
Dr. Natalie Keith.
Dr. Josiah Dame.
And we're back again for another fun-filled episode. We were actually talking about, instead of doing an informational podcast, we both really like to sing. So we were thinking next time we would just record you a song. And the reason why I think that this is good timing is that Dr. Richie, who makes many of our podcasts, although I don't know that he's never listened to a single one, although I'm sure he would if I asked him to nicely. He is in a band called ACVP.
Yeah, Farewell Tour.
Farewell Tour. I saw it. It's a final countdown, which of course is a great reference.
I think this is their second. It's their second farewell tour, second retirement.
It is,
but I think it's official this time.
Yeah, it feels real. Dr. Richie's trying to run the whole place.
Are they getting the band guy? Like, who's coming?
I don't know. It didn't actually say. I don't know. It'd be cool if Dr. Snyder is back.
Yeah, Dr. Snyder.
One of my classmates from vet school actually just sent me the Facebook post about it today. So, what we may have to do, just really in their honor, it's on the 19th.
What?
It says you can actually, we missed this. Wait, what is today? Yeah, so we still have time. We could pre-order a t-shirt, but you got to pick them up in McElroy. It is 7 p.m. on August 19th. I can't, man. I got kids. Otherwise, I would just go. It's going to be the freaking tumbleweed, dude.
It's at the top. They're so fun.
I love them. Anyway, so they would take all these diseases and they would sing songs about them, and we would remember them, like calcium oxalate.
Yeah. Knock, knocking on the D-Lab door. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, mine.
D-Lab is the necropsy room.
Yeah, the D-Lab, yeah. The dead dog room. Yeah, mine was the calcium oxalate monohydrate. Which is pathognomonic for antifreeze toxicity and dog urine. You're welcome.
Don't forget it.
You don't forget it. They look like little picket fences.
And then what song was that spoofing?
Gosh, I don't know. All of a sudden I can't remember. But yeah, they spoof all the...
Spoof
is probably a harsh word. But yeah, they hijack these like AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Metallica, I don't know what else.
Yeah.
And we did a video in the Blowfish one.
He has some hair bands too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Old people music. I'm kidding.
I know. Don't say that out loud. Oh my gosh. So harsh. Anyway, so we may have to carry on in their honor and make all these disease processes into songs.
Yeah. And these were all pathologists. And jobs are a little dark. And they're also the nicest, most bubbly people.
It's so funny.
And I think they just have to counteract the work that they have to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good songs though. Bobcat Fever.
Yeah,
Cat Scratch Fever. I think they did a verse for both.
Yes.
Because there is a cat scratch.
Cat scratch.
Yeah. Mycoplasma.
Yep.
Hemobartonella. Yeah, whatever. But now they call it mycoplasma.
Yes. Mycoplasma hemophilus.
Oh, gosh. Is anyone listening still?
No.
Oh, God. Listen, today is actually a really good episode, I think, because it's super applicable to anyone.
You probably have noticed commercials or email that we sent out.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I'm sure they have commercials on television for it, but
drum roll.
Bravecto Quantum came out, which is a 12-month flea tick injection.
My whole career, people have been like, can I get the flea tick shot? I'm like, it doesn't exist.
Yeah. Or people are like, I got the 12-month flea and tick.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, we got that too. Like, is your dog on flea and tick prevention? Yeah, we got the 12-month shot. Well, that doesn't exist.
Actually.
So I don't know how to break this to you, but
but now it does.
Now it does exist. Yeah. So we have had for many years, in fact, probably 2 decades, we've had injectable heartworm prevention called ProHeart, which I love.
Yes.
But now we have Bravecto Quantum.
Yes, which is 12 months, flea tick, asterisks, Lone Star tick efficacy drops off a little bit at 8 months.
Yeah, and it's not terrible. It looked like it was going to go back up around 10 a little bit, whatever. But it just really, they couldn't get the label for the Lone Star tick for the full 12 months, which is on track, honestly, with the pill.
Yes.
Because the pill is supposed to be a 12-week shot, but for 8 weeks, it's only hitting label for Lone Star coverage.
Yes, which Yeah, that's a whole discussion. But basically, the Lone Star is a little bit harder to take out. And the pill didn't even cover for the whole 3 months that it's labeled for flea and tick. It's actually 8 weeks for Lone Star, which is on the back of the box because there's an asterisk next to the 3 months.
Yeah, and then I think one thing that I may be really wrong on this, but my understanding is that the way that they do these studies is they try to decide from the time that they drop the tick onto the dog from the time it dies. And what they were saying about the Lone Star tick, because it's a really mobile tick, like these suckers can cover some ground. They travel fast. If you ever see like a little tick with the white dot on it and like it's like 10 feet away and then you look back and it's on your shoe, that's the Lone Star. And so some of the study dynamics, they were talking about that it just takes them longer to decide where they're going to bite the dog. So they may just crawl around on the dog for a long time, therefore kind of elongating the time from dropping into the dog's area to when it dies because it doesn't bite as quick. So it'd be interesting to know like from the time of bite to when it dies.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just know that per the study, essentially how they determine the efficacy from what I understand was that they would put the tick in with the dog and then 24 hours later, if they were dead.
And
if they weren't dead, then they weren't hitting efficacy. And so that started to drop. It waned at 8 months, went back up for a couple. And then at 10 months, it had a big drop in efficacy. But I mean, even 8 months of injectable prevention for the Lone Star and then 12 months for all other ticks and 12 months for fleas is really good.
Well, especially because I think they say the average pet owner, including me, if we're going to be honest, is apt to give about 5 or 6 months of prevention.
You're already doing.
So you're already doing better. And then if you time it strategically, like if you're really worried about the Lone Star tick, which depending on where you live, you may or may not be, then you could time it to where the tick is not really active during the time where you have lower efficacy. So if you if you give the shot, like let's say 1st of March or even middle of February, then when they're not really, because you see Lone Star ticks being way more active in the summer months in their like natural, environment, then whenever you get down to the fall, you really just have brown dog ticks left. And then it's extremely effective for fleas all 12 months, way past the 12-month mark.
So it's an interesting player to add into the flea and tick pantheon.
Oh my
And that's
gosh.
the thing. Yeah. It's literally like a pantheon. There's so many. And I looked at Natalie when Bravecto Quantum came out. I looked at Natalie and I was like, we have got to like do a podcast and just talk about all the flea prevention because we are also a very different type of clinic. Some vet clinics carry one product.
And some clinics will carry like hundreds.
Yes. And we carry
a middle ground
for sure. But it can get confusing when you do have a lot of products on the shelves. And part of that is you can't get away from some of these products.
As many patients as we see, if we were to limit to just one, it really would be doing a great disservice to the variety of pet and client that we have. And then it gets extra complicated when you start mixing in, so like NexGard Plus does fleas, ticks, heartworms, and intestinal parasites. But NexGard just does ticks. And then ProHeart just does heartworms and some intestinal parasite. And Spectrum is really good with intestinal parasites, but has no flea and tick coverage, although it does have a flea birth control. So you can see very quickly how convoluted all that can be.
It's crazy. So let me
let's try it.
What products we carry for the most part. I probably am missing one, but we carry the Bravecto pill, NexGard pill, NexGard Plus pill, Bravecto Quantum injection, ProHeart injection, the Interceptor pill, the Sentinel Spectrum pill, the NexGard combo topical for cats because I did not want to leave them out.
Poor cats. They're so much more simple though because they do just have that one.
Just that one. The Bravecto topical and then the Seresto collar.
Yes.
The only one of these that are over the counter are going to be Bravecto and Seresto.
Why did they call it Bravecto when we have Bravecto? Like my life is already hard. I don't need more reasons to confuse my clients on a daily basis.
And we are phasing out of Interceptor Plus, which
we're replacing it with Spectrum.
Which I think is a great place to start because I had to explain to a client because they were nervous about doing that swap. And I was like, well, here, let me break it down on why we are choosing to do this. And secondly, why it's not super concerning, although there's always caution with new products. I understand that. And it itself is not necessarily a new product.
No, it's been Sentinel Spectrum has been around. Sentinel's been around forever.
Spectrum's newer.
Not that new.
But it's just an adding one thing, which is Quantum.
Yes, but again, like it's been around for a while. I think I might be wrong on this, but I think that they sold to a different distributor.
Oh, okay.
Or manufacturer, and the pricing became very competitive for Interceptor. So that was a switch for us. The Spectrum's been around for a long time. Sentinel, really, really long. Sentinel Spectrum, probably 10 years. And then recently they changed manufacturers and the price became competitive because I was like, I cannot ask my owners to spend like $6 more a month for a pill that is doing one more thing.
Yeah.
But now it's the same price or cheaper and doing one more thing, which sounds way better.
Way better. So Interceptor Plus, which is what we've had, is milbemycin and praziquantel. Milbemycin is your dewormer and your heartworm prevention. Praziquantel is your tapeworm dewormer. And so that treats, controls heartworms, hookworms, roundworms, whipworms, tapeworms for 1 month.
Yeah.
And then we're switching to Sentinel Spectrum, which is a monthly pill. And it is milbemycin, so exactly the same as Interceptor. Praziquantel, exactly the same as Interceptor Plus, except it adds on lufeneron, which is going to prevent and control/treat heartworms, prevents heartworms, treats, controls hookwworms, roundworms, whipworms, tapeworms, stops the flea egg cycle from developing. So basically it's a flea birth control. The flea eggs aren't viable, but it's not going to kill adult fleas.
Right.
So that's kind of the big switch there.
Right.
And then I'll let Natalie go into NexGard and Bravecto.
Oh, I can't wait.
And then I'll do the injectable.
Okay. All right. So we're just going to do the pills here and we're not going to, do you want to go over the plus?
NexGard Plus? Yeah.
Okay, great. So let's start with just Bravecto and NexGard. These are both Alaner drugs, I guess. The Bravecto is the Fluoralaner, and it is the 12-week product. As we talked about earlier, it is not effective for the full 12 weeks against the Lone Star tick. That's the one downside. And we do have a lot of Lone Star tick in this area. So that's one reason I will shy away from it in certain dogs. Now, like your little Pomeranians that live in an apartment, like they're not worried about the Lone Star tick. They're fine, especially if they're hard to pill. Not that I have a Yorkie that we have to pill here every 12 weeks. We do, because he's a little stink pot. So I'm very much looking forward to switching him to injectable. But I love him. Anyway, the other thing that's really important and is also an issue we deal with this particular Yorkie is that you have to give Bravecto on a full stomach or it does not pull the chemical into the bloodstream well enough to maintain efficacy for 12 weeks. Whereas NexGard, that's not an issue. The NexGard is a Floxolaner. I think I'm saying that right. Yeah. A Floxolaner, yeah. And so it's basically the exact same thing. They're both going to kill fleas, ticks, including the black-legged tick, American dog tick, brown dog, and Lone Star tick. So they're comprehensive and identical in those ways. It's really interesting because these two drugs were both from sea anemones. It's a natural chemical.
The
isoxazoline.
I just did not know that it came from sea.
I'm pretty sure it's that or it's in the ocean. Let me just look it up really quick.
I would start singing right now, but we'd get copyright.
What?
I was going to start singing Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid, I knew that's what you were talking about.
Under the sea, but I don't want to get copyrighted, guys. Disney.
Yeah. Okay, well, anyway, I can't type and talk. Will you look it up while I'm talking? Okay, so those are really very similar pills. Pricing can be really comparable. Obviously Bravecto costs more than one NexGard, but is lasting 3 times as long for most things. So that's an advantage if you want to decrease the amount of times you're having to give your dog a pill. The issue I had with it was remembering when 12 weeks ago was. I have an easier time saying, okay, well, today's the first of the month, so I need to give that pill. Mm-hmm. Whereas Bravecto, I'm like, I have no idea when 12 weeks ago was. So that's just me, but either way, they're both great products. But NexGard took it up a notch and added in an all-in-one. It's called the NexGard Plus pill. So we still have the Floxolaner, and then we add back in our good friend milbemycin oxime, which is the exact same drug this is a pop quiz, in which products? Interceptor and Sentinel. If you said those with me, A+.
Yeah.
So those, milbemycin oxime is the same heartworm prevention and intestinal parasite control. So we take the flea and tick that's getting the adult fleas, killing the ticks that we talked about, and now we're also preventing heartworms. We're treating and controlling roundworms and hookworms, and this is also a once-a-month pill.
Yes.
So there you go. Those
I'm
are
pretty good at remembering a pill, so that's what I give my dog.
Yeah.
I also want the intestinal control going on. So.
Yeah. And if you are familiar with Simparica is the same class of drug as the Bravecto and NexGard. And then the trio, it's not milbemycin. It's like it's got pyrantel in it and something else. Either way, we don't carry it. It's a synthetic version of the floxolaners. And so
It is moxidectin, sarolaner, and pyrantel.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. So not that there's anything wrong with moxidectin, but because that's what ProHeart is, but we don't have the same level of intestinal parasite control, in my opinion, because there's so much resistance to pyrantel.
Yes, there is.
So much. Okay.
All right. Okay, so on to the injectables. And so we have 2 injectables. ProHeart injection, tried and true. A lot of you have used that.
Me included.
Yes, me too. That is moxidectin. That is a slow-release lipid capsule that slowly releases the product. All that ProHeart is doing long-term is preventing heartworms. It will initially kill off some hookworms, but that's it. The ProHeart comes in the 6-month formulation and the 12-month formulation. Both are wonderful. Great product. You don't forget the heartworm prevention that month or that 2 months, and then you're panicking that we got breakthrough, because it's just in your calendar reminder, and it's just a lot easier for a lot of people. But you don't get the monthly deworming, which, if that is an issue.
Sea sponges. Sea sponges. That's where the chemical is originally found. Yeah.
I swear I Googled that. I just couldn't find it.
Yeah, I had to dig deep. I mean, obviously they're not going out and harvesting sea sponges all day long, but that's where the initial chemical was found. It's a neurotoxin.
SpongeBob.
Yeah. SpongeBob is fine.
It's fine.
So is Patrick.
Okay.
It's fine. Okay, go ahead.
And then, so cut to Bravecto Quantum. So Bravecto Quantum is the same exact product as Bravecto the pill. It's say it for me.
Which one?
Fluralaner.
Fluralaner.
I can't say some words. It is Fluralaner, except it's in a formulation that slowly releases over time. The best way to think about it is an everlasting gobstopper.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the Willy Wonka treat.
Yeah,
there's a lot of layers.
Yep.
So that is going to kill adult fleas and ticks for 12 months. Minus Aster, the Lone Star tick, at about 8 months, that'll start to drop off efficacy. And so those are the 2 injectable. And the Bravecto Quantum is the new one. A lot of people have a lot of interest. I think really the only thing that we're shying away from people being candidates for are the ones that we are already shying away from Bravecto, and that is seizure history. If you have a seizure history with your patient, Bravecto, we tend to not put them on, so we probably wouldn't recommend the injectable, and we'll talk to you about that if you ever came in.
Yeah, I think they're saying it's less dangerous than the orals because it's less drug going into the system at one time.
Which is super interesting, the way that it releases. And then just to quickly round this out, we'll go to the topicals. And so we went over our heartworm prevention, we went over our oral pills, cut to topicals. Cats are super important. NexGard combo topical is going to be for our cats, and Seresto collars are going to be for our cats. Why do we care that it's NexGard combo topical and Seresto collar topical?
Bobcat fever.
Bobcat fever, because the Lone Star tick does carry the bobcat fever. And so we want that tick to die as quickly as it bites that cat, which needs to be, I believe it needs to die within 24 hours for the disease not to transmit. And Seresto collar has been proven to do that, and so has NexGard combo. So
Revolution Plus is another one that has, and then the Frontline Gold.
Frontline Gold. Yes.
So which is OTC. We do carry it here.
Yeah, we carry Frontline Gold and Seresto collars, but both of those are over the counter.
Yeah.
NexGard combo is not, but here's why. NexGard combo has a isoxazoline in it. It has aprinomectin, and praziquantel. So it's going to kill fleas, kill ticks, prevent heartworms, because cats can get heartworms.
1 in 25 cats.
Go back to our
Even indoor cats.
Our asthma discussion podcast, and you can hear more about that.
Heartworm-associated respiratory disease.
It treats and controls roundworms, hookworms, whipworms, and tapeworms, which is really important for our outdoor cats, because if they're killing rodents, they can get tapeworms from the rodents. So it is just a really good outdoor cat product. Seresto collar and Bravecto are just going to kill fleas, adult fleas and ticks. With the Bravecto, you do get a little bit of a repellent with the mosquito, but that's a dog-only product. You get a little bit of repellent with the mosquito, but
and it's a far cry from heartworm prevention.
It is not heartworm prevention.
That's like
I don't know who.
If you put off on and go out camping, like you think you're going to get no mosquito bites?
I don't know. It was in somewhere. I was working maybe in Dallas, and the client was like, "I have a heartworm prevention. It's Bravecto," and I said, "So, funny story, no." Who told you that? And I think it was somebody selling the products.
Yeah, I will say, they have done some studies. Okay, so heartworms in general, especially to older drugs like ivermectin, which I don't carry any ivermectin heartworm preventions, period, because the efficacy is so low because resistance has become so high. They did show that resistance rates would slow if the dogs were also on a repellent.
Yes.
Which makes sense because you would maybe theoretically get exposed to less heartworms. And so then your failure rate will also drop. But generally speaking, it is absolutely not a heartworm prevention.
Yeah.
But who wants a mosquito bite? Nobody wants a mosquito bite.
Nobody wants a mosquito bite.
Yeah.
But
I don't.
Seresto collars do, just because I jumped to Bravecto, but Seresto collars last up to 8 months, unless your dog's swimming, lifestyle, things like that, or cat, I guess. But I love a Seresto collar.
I do too.
They work really well.
Yeah, I had a lady actually ask me about the Bravecto shot today, and I said, well, how's the Seresto collar going? I really like it. I was like, I really like it too. Let's not change it.
Yeah.
There's no, don't fix it if it's not broke.
Exactly.
But she was on ProHeart, so I think it made her just, think about it. Like, if I'm doing injectable heartworm, maybe I should do injectable flea and tick. But if your dog's getting by and cat's getting by with Seresto collar, just go with it.
Yeah.
If you have a dog some cats will not tolerate collars. Some dogs will chew them off, or they get in the horse tank every day, or the pond, or the swimming pool. And then my Pitty, actually, he gets a rash on his neck because he's just so naked. Yeah.
Because he's a naked neck. Dudley.
Yeah. But that's really pretty darn rare. Most of the time, like my mom's 2 dogs, that's all they ever wear because she needs me to do the stuff, and that's the best I can do to remember. And both of her dogs have done wonderful on it for years.
It's a great product.
It is a great product.
And it's over the counter. And every time someone comes in with a flea issue, and, I might give that dog a Bravecto because we're like, we're going to knock it out on this dog. And then they're like, I also have 3 cats and 3 dogs.
Now, the downside of Seresto is it can take up to a couple of weeks to reach full efficacy because it's actually working by spreading the chemicals through, the skin, through the oils, all the way from nose to tail. And that takes time as opposed to the blood that pumps around in, a couple of heartbeats.
Yeah.
So it does take a little more time, and you got to have it on contact with the skin. It can't be loosey-goosey on the neck or it will not work.
Yeah. And there are, not a lot, but we do have clients that live in a really heavy tick population area. And sometimes they do Bravecto and Seresto because that's the best way for them to get control.
Yeah, because you got a little bit of the outside and a little bit of the inside.
Yeah, and sometimes you just have to do that.
Yeah.
It's such a bad area.
Hunting dogs, wooded areas, things like that. Yeah, so I don't know if this helps anybody or not, because it may just have felt like really overwhelming. But this is a
whole semester in school.
Easily, and then it changes every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So ultimately, this is my thoughts. If you're going to do ProHeart, you should think about the injectable flea and tick. If you like doing orals, they can be better comprehensive for intestinal parasite control. Do the Sentinel Spectrum and NexGard or Bravecto pills if you'd rather do the 12 weeks. If you want to go OTC, Seresto is a great choice. And if you have a cat, don't forget about them and put some combo on them. NexGard combo all day long for cats.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm bad too, and I forget to put it on my cats until I go hiking.
Gosh.
And then I come home and run up here at 10 p.m. and go, I need to buy some.
Not that ever happens.
But then on them, because I'm like, what if I have a tick on my sock?
I mean... It's a real thing.
I'm so scared of bobcat fever.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a strictly indoor cat die of bobcat fever because the dog went outside and came back in.
Let me tell y'all something. And I have a photo of it. That's how serious I am. The second floor of my church, in the corner bathroom where no one goes, right before you get into the sanctuary, a mosquito.
Yeah.
No windows. Yeah. The smallest little bathroom everywhere. I'm telling y'all, I know your dogs might not go outside. Your 3-pound chihuahua might not go outside. There's still mosquitoes in your house.
Yes, there are.
Second floor of a church, no window, tiny bathroom, super corner.
In downtown. You're like in downtown. So it's not like you're in it's not like you're in a small church in the country.
No, this is
a bajillion square foot church in downtown. It's been there for 100 years and some.
I had to pull out my phone. You can see the corner of the toilet in the photo.
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
It's a mosquito.
I know.
I said, are you kidding me? I can't wait to show this to
Have you ever seen, there's this one guy that does these videos on Facebook, and he's like a tech or something. And he makes all these really funny like vet tech videos. And one day he was at home and he's like, I have a really special interview. And he goes into his bathroom and he pulls back the shower curtain and there's a mosquito on the wall. And he's like, sir, I would just like to visit with you about heartworms.
Yeah. How did you get here?
Yeah.
Oh, you flew? Oh.
You do prefer indoor climates. I understand.
I understand. It feels way better inside than it does outside. We all agree.
Yeah. How easily do you find indoor pets? It was so funny. I laughed so hard. Anyway, all dogs need to be on a heartworm prevention. If you live in Pennsylvania and your veterinarian told you otherwise, like, that's on you. That's fine. I don't know anything about that. But if you live anywhere in the central U.S. and the southern U.S., you've got to be on a heartworm prevention. And then fleas, just fun fact, like sunny 72-degree weather inside your house all year round. None of you are safe. None of you are safe.
Yeah.
Gated community, doesn't matter.
Yep.
Everybody.
Yep.
Okay, well, that was a lot of information. I hope it helps someone. Next time we'll sing it.
Yeah. And we can post the chart that we have even. There's a couple corrections we need to make on there. But yeah, we could definitely post this.
Yeah, we'll post
it. Because it says quantum 6 months, but it's 12. So correct that. But this is something we could definitely post.
Yeah, it's a great idea. We'll put it in the comments when I get around to that.
And maybe my photo of my mosquito.
Oh,
crop out the toilet.
I mean, it's just a teeny tiny little speck of porcelain in the corner. It's fine.
But I was like,
it's just the tank. It's not even the sink.
I was like, Natalie's going to eat this up.
Oh, man, you know it.
It's a maze to get to that bathroom, all I'm saying.
I can't imagine.
He probably has better navigation than I do.
I mean, honestly, if I knew exactly where he was.
Take it left. And I was like, you better not bite me.
There was one in my car this morning.
Rude.
I know. And then I smashed him on the windshield and it was icky on my windshild. And then I had to use a wet wipe. And now there's stripes all over.
What blood did I just smear?
Yes. Who's?
Think about that.
I do too.
I also thought about this morning, and I was talking to Dr. Eastup's husband, who is in a master's program for entomology, which is bug study.
Yeah.
He does tick studies. I was like, why can't we just kill all the ticks?
Yeah. Tell me the problem with that plan.
Tell me why we can't.
Give me one good reason.
Every animal.
Nobody would miss them.
Bravecto Quantum.
Can I take Bravecto? It's really...
There's been times where I'm like, I will never do this. This is a joke. But if I've been hiking before and I haven't had so many ticks on me, and I'm like, can I just lick a neck guard?
Right?
No, I'm joking, guys.
It's a joke. Yeah. Topical for instead. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, till next time, we'll miss y'all. Bye.